Hi, and welcome back to my channel. It is finally October, and now all the witches and ghouls are out. So I decided to make a witch's hat. For my pattern, I created a triangle with a curve on the bottom and then a half circle with a hole in it. It looks kind of like a donut. To get a good circle, I just use something that's circular in shape. I didn't have anything that was the correct size as far as the circle shape goes, so I just used this cake board to make a smaller circle and then just measured around it to make a bigger circle. I made my triangle about 18 inches long and about 18 and a half inches wide at the base. The brim is actually 18 inches in diameter with a 6.5 inch in diameter circle in the middle of it. These are the shapes that you're looking for. You will be cutting these on the fold. If you make patterns like I do with rolled paper, to get it to lay flat easier, just iron it without the steam. With my witch's hat, I decided to use some of my stash fabric. So here I have a black stretch fabric that has checkerboards on the outside. If you're using a lighter material like cotton, I would suggest using interfacing on it just to make it a little bit more stiffer. Cut these two pieces on the fold, and if you're lining the hat, cut another set. Once those pieces are cut out, you're going to cut open one side of the circle piece to attach the crown a little bit easier. Now all you have to do is pin the brim to the hat, or a right size facing, and then just sew it up. Since this is a stretch fabric, I did use the zigzag stitch. Once the brim and the crown are attached, it's time to fold it over and sew the back seam. When that's sewn, just flip it right sides out and use a pin to poke the point from the end. I'm going to finish the edges with some bias tape. Here I'm showing you an example of what I did. I did not realize my camera was not recording at the time. Basically, I took the bias tape, the shorter end of the double fold bias tape, opened it up, attached to the edging, and then sewn along the edge. Once that was sewn, then I flipped it around underneath the hat to make like a channel for the wire to go through. Then I sewed it as close to the edge of the bias tape as possible. I did leave about a 4-inch section unsewn so I can insert the wire. Before you insert the wire, make sure you curl the end of the wire so that way it does not poke through the fabric. And then you're just going to weave it through the channel you made with the bias tape until you get about a 4-inch overlap. And then clip the excess off and curl that end too. I use jewelry wire to keep those wires together, and then I put masking tape over the top of that. The last thing you have to do is close that opening and you have a witch's hat. If you used interfacing, it will stand up, but with mine, since I did not use interfacing, it does not stand out. I wanted to have the option of either laying it flat or letting it stand up, so if I want it standing up, I just put foam batting inside it and it works just fine. Now it's time for decoration. Of course, since it's your hat, you can customize it and decorate it any way you want. You can either tack everything down or use tacky glue. In the end, I ended up using hot glue. This roughly took about 2 hours from start to finish, and it came out really good. And here's the finished hat. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next week. Bye.